AITA for not letting my sister move back in after she took over my wedding plans. I 32F have always had a complicated relationship with my sister, Amanda 28F. She's a natural extrovert, charming, funny, and full of energy. I'm more introverted and prefer keeping things low-key, but somehow, Amanda's personality always ends up overshadowing mine. I've spent years trying to set boundaries, but Amanda has a way of pushing past them, and the latest incident has left our relationship in tatters. Last year, I got engaged to my wonderful fiancé, Ethan 34M. We were so excited to start planning the wedding, but from the moment we announced our engagement, Amanda made it about her. She offered to help with the planning, which seemed sweet at first, but quickly turned into her taking over. Amanda is a self-proclaimed event planner. She's not a professional, she just likes organizing parties and thinks she's amazing at it. At first, I appreciated her enthusiasm. She volunteered to handle some small tasks like researching venues and florists, but her help soon spiraled out of control. Without consulting me, Amanda started making major decisions on my behalf. She booked a venue I didn't like, claiming it was perfect for the vision. Whose vision? I have no idea. She contacted a photographer without showing me their portfolio and scheduled dress fittings with a boutique I'd never even heard of. When I pushed back, Amanda dismissed my concerns, saying, "Trust me, I've got this. You're going to thank me later." Ethan and I were frustrated, but every time we tried to regain control, Amanda would guilt-trip me, saying she was just trying to help. The breaking point came 2 months before the wedding. Ethan and I had planned on a small, intimate ceremony with just close family and friends, around 50 people. We wanted something simple and personal. One day, Amanda casually mentioned that she'd already sent out over 150 invitations. I was stunned. "What are you talking about?" I asked. She smiled like it was no big deal and said, "I added some people to the guest list, extended family, a few of my friends. Trust me, it'll make the wedding so much better." I lost it. I told her she had no right to change the guest list without consulting me or Ethan. She got defensive, saying, "You're being so uptight. Don't you want your wedding to be fun?" Ethan stepped in and told her to back off, which made Amanda storm out in tears. She called me later, accusing me of being ungrateful and saying I was ruining everything. That was the final straw. I told Amanda she was no longer welcome to be involved in the planning. Ethan and I scrapped almost everything she'd done and went back to square one. It was stressful, but we managed to pull off the wedding of our dreams. Amanda showed up on the day of the wedding, but her attitude was icy and she barely spoke to me. Fast forward to now. A few months after the wedding, Amanda's relationship with her boyfriend fell apart and she's struggling financially. She asked if she could move in with Ethan and me for a few months while she gets back on her feet. Here's the thing. I don't want her to move in. After everything she pulled during the wedding, I feel like my boundaries mean nothing to her. Amanda doesn't respect my space or my decisions, and I'm not sure I can handle her energy and constant need for control in my home. Ethan agrees that letting her move in would be a bad idea, but my family is furious with me for saying no. My mom called me cold and said family is supposed to help each other no matter what. Amanda has also been telling anyone who will listen that I'm punishing her for the wedding drama, even though she was just trying to help. I'm starting to feel guilty, but I also think I deserve to have peace in my own home. AITA for refusing to let Amanda move in after what she did to my wedding. Top comments from readers. NTA. You're not punishing her, you're setting boundaries. Amanda has shown time and again that she doesn't respect you. Why would this time be any different? 15,000 upvotes. NTA. Your sister steamrolled over your wedding plans, and now she expects you to welcome her into your home. Absolutely not. She needs to face the consequences of her actions. 12,000 upvotes. Esh. Amanda is definitely out of line, but refusing to help her when she's in a tough spot feels harsh. Maybe set clear rules if you let her move in. 7,000 upvotes. Thank you to everyone who commented on my post. The support and advice helped me feel more confident in my decision, and I wanted to share what's happened since. I sat down with Amanda to explain why I wasn't comfortable letting her move in. I told her that while I care about her, I need to protect my peace and set boundaries. especially after the wedding fiasco. I emphasized that this wasn't about punishment but about what's best for my mental health. Amanda didn't take it well. She accused me of holding a grudge and claimed I was being petty. She said she had no other options and that I was leaving her to fend for herself. It was a tough conversation, but I stood my ground. Afterward, my mom called to tell me I was being heartless and reminded me of all the times Amanda and I had leaned on each other growing up. I asked her why Amanda couldn't move in with her, and her response was, "Your father and I don't have the space." Here's the kicker. My parents have a guest room. In the end, Amanda found another friend who was willing to let her stay temporarily. She hasn't spoken to me since our conversation, and the tension in our family is palpable. My mom keeps telling me to make amends, but I don't think I've done anything wrong. Ethan has been incredibly supportive through all of this. He pointed out that Amanda's behavior during the wedding was a huge red flag and that letting her move in would only lead to more boundary stomping. I know he's right, but part of me still feels guilty. I'm working on accepting that I can care about Amanda without sacrificing my own peace. It's a tough balance, but I'm learning that setting boundaries doesn't make me a bad person. Thank you, Reddit, for giving me the clarity and reassurance I needed. It's been a little while, and things have both settled and escalated in different ways. Here's what's been going on. After my last update, Amanda moved in with her friend. From what I've heard, the arrangement hasn't been going smoothly. Amanda has apparently been overstepping boundaries there too, taking over the kitchen, inviting people over without permission, and generally making herself a bit too comfortable. Her friend confided in me that she's already regretting the decision, but doesn't know how to confront Amanda about it. In the meantime, Amanda has been continuing her campaign to paint me as the villain. She's told extended family that I abandoned her in her time of need and that I'm holding a grudge over the wedding drama. A few relatives have reached out to pressure me, saying things like, "She's your sister. How could you turn your back on her?" But something surprising happened. My dad, who usually avoids conflict at all costs, called me and said he understands where I'm coming from. He admitted that Amanda has always been a handful and that it's not fair for me to take on the responsibility of housing her when she hasn't shown any willingness to change. It's the first time I've felt fully supported by one of my parents in this whole ordeal, and it meant a lot. Amanda, on the other hand, is doubling down on her narrative. She texted me recently saying that I've destroyed our relationship and that she doesn't think she can ever forgive me. While her words hurt, I've realized that her reaction isn't about me, it's about her inability to take accountability. I'm not going to lie, part of me still feels guilty, but I've been working on reminding myself that I didn't create this situation. Amanda's choices and behavior led us here, and I'm not obligated to fix it for her. For now, I'm focusing on maintaining my boundaries and prioritizing my own mental health. Ethan and I have decided that any conversations about Amanda with family will be brief and neutral. We're not engaging in the drama. I've also started therapy to help me process the guilt and resentment I've been feeling. It's been helpful to hear from a professional that setting boundaries isn't selfish, it's necessary for healthy relationships. I'm not sure what the future holds for my relationship with Amanda, but I know I made the right decision for myself. Thank you again, Reddit, for helping me navigate this difficult situation. Your advice and support have been invaluable.